Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading for the end of February right through the end of March 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your twin flame reading for those twins who are currently in separation. The first pile is going to be your pile, the second pile will be your person's pile, and the third and fourth piles would be the unified energy of how things are going to work out. Also, it's worth checking to see what a twin flame connection is, because if anyone is mentally, physically, or emotionally abusive, that is not a twin flame connection. That is more likely to be a false flame connection, and it will waste your wonderful time and drain you of your beautiful love, okay? So twin flames, they are magnetic. It is an otherworldly energy. It is a love like no other. And when you meet your twin, it's like meeting a part of yourself that you felt has been missing for quite some time. It really is very deep in the connection. There is like a psychic bond between you both as well. Now, twin flames, they are activated relationships. And what I mean by that is it's more about accepting your spiritual awakening and connecting to your true life's mission or calling before you really connect to your twin. So there tends to be a very difficult dynamic in a twin flame connection, which is there is a chaser, a runner, and a separation period. Now, it doesn't always have to be like that. Sometimes there can be 2 runners in a twin flame at the very beginning, but typically there tends to be a runner, a chaser, and a separation period, which can last any length of time from like a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years, decades. It depends on how stubborn your twin flame is in terms of spiritual evolution. I always say do not wait for your twin, because when the moment is right, you will be brought back together in union by the universe. It steps in order to reunite you both. But it's more about accepting the separation period as a opportunity, shall we say, to really connect to your true life's mission, because twin flames, they tend to have a mission in each lifetime. Like we all have a calling, but you'll have a burning desire to absolutely follow a certain path in your life. And until you connect to that, then of course your twin flame connection can remain stagnant for a while there as well. Now, the chaser, they tend to be more spiritually evolved than their divine counterpart. They're willing to open themselves up to taking the journey and really delving into the stuff. And what I mean by that is, twins, they tend to meet after some sort of difficult experience. It could be heartbreak, it could be disappointment, it could be trauma. They tend to have very, very similar paths that they took in life. But both parties, as humans, we are encouraged to sort through stuff, process it, and heal from it. And twin flames, sometimes they fluctuate in their emotions. Sometimes when something traumatic has been experienced, one can be spun off into like substances to numb the feelings or to run away from one's feelings. Doesn't always have to be connected to substances, but it's avoidance. And the runner tends to be the one who they look in that spiritual mirror, because it's really about looking in that spiritual mirror of all the things within oneself that needs to be processed and healed. And the twin flame dynamic is really about looking in that mirror and seeing all the things that are within themselves. So it's a projected energy. And the twin flame, who is the runner, they tend to look at that stuff and they avoid it. They've been running from stuff before they even met their twin. So they push their twin away out of fear, out of reluctance to take the spiritual path. But also there tends to be some sort of abandonment issue that has gone on there too. I'm going to look at your chart to see what you and your twin flame are meant to heal or learn from this experience. Right now, I can see that you're very unsure about this. I feel like you're putting your own needs first. And looking at this, I feel like you've withdrawn. You are really like cutting this off, I feel, because you've had enough there with this person. You're done with feeling so uncertain. You're done with feeling like you're drifting. And I definitely get a sense here that now you're keeping this person at arm's length. I always like to describe twin flames like magnets, okay? Magnets that are identical in polarities. We are all energy as humans, you know. We have basically energetic interactions with each other all the time. And when you have those two magnets that are identical, they attract each other, but they also repel each other. The space is in between. And that's to allow both to personally grow and mature and evolve to connect to their higher self. Now, if the chaser, let's say this magnet is the chaser, keeps, chasing their divine counterpart, reaching out, thinking about them, the space in between will always remain the same. It perpetuates a cycle. And as soon as this, twin puts all that love, care, devotion, and focus on their own path, their own needs, basically when they withdraw in order to basically do some self-love and really step up and empower themselves, that's when you change the frequency. You are the change that you want to see in the relationship by focusing all that attention on yourself. And then it encourages your twin to come closer because now the frequency in this magnet has been changed. And as you can see, the magnet comes closer. It encourages your person to come towards you, but also to step up and spiritually evolve as well, okay? It's not a game, it's an energetic exchange. And there tends to be, a flipping of the polarities. So once the chaser steps back, they become the runner almost because you'll watch your twin come towards you. But let's see what's going on in your chart with your person at this time. This reading is good for 6 weeks, okay? And looking at the energy, I feel there really is a stalemate here, a stagnation. I mean, the first card you've got there is the Scythe. I feel some of you, like there's an abrupt shock here. This person, it was blooming. There was a blossoming in this relationship and it got cut short really quickly there. And I feel it may have shocked you to a point where you felt really like you're drifting. There's an energy here of feeling like you're in limbo, but at the same time, I feel like you're taking back that power to focus on your own needs first. We've got the Devil card here. Now, I will pull a card on it because, of course, the Devil card is a Capricorn card, so this can indicate that you're actually focusing on yourself at this time. But also, I feel this could be you looking at how perhaps substances or some sort of element that has kept you and this person stuck in some way, because there's an element here of control, but also obsession. I'm getting this energy that some of you may have been like overthinking this separation. I mean, easier said than done. I've been majorly brokenhearted myself. I was with a karmic and it completely destroyed me to the point where I was a shell of a person. And I was running away from that pain by going out and partying all the time. And then suddenly, the universe, my guides actually, they were kind of a little bit, not cross, disappointed, I would guess, that I was basically avoiding healing by, doing everything I could to run away from my thoughts, to run away from my fears, and run away from the pain that had happened through a karmic experience. I was literally a shell of a person. And of course, then they ushered in the twin flame. And when I met my twin, I was like, whoa, what is this? This is a love like no other. It's unconditional love. But at the time, I felt truly unlovable because of the experience that I'd had previous to meeting my twin. So I was scared. And although I knew that this person was different and that there was a familiarity there was like a feeling of like I'm home, I also allowed my fears, not on purpose. I was just protecting my heart. I really felt like I had nothing to offer because I was so broken. And I pushed my twin away. And I didn't mean to, I didn't want to, and I really actually wanted to tell my twin that I loved them. I wanted to embrace the unconditional love because at that time I really needed it. But again, in fear, I pushed my twin and kept them at arm's length. And, they kept coming towards me for a while, but eventually they stepped back thinking, well, I can't do this anymore. And I didn't intentionally go out to hurt this person or to push them away. I was just so like all over the place. I was not looking for love when I first met my person, and I was in fear. It was almost like analysis paralysis. So I was completely stuck. And that's what your Devil card kind of is. So it can indicate, that from your end, you offer this person love, care, devotion, a beautiful, warm heart. I mean, with the Seven of Cups there, I feel like there's an energy of you did everything you possibly could to try and make this work. I feel like you're really flexible. I feel you're the sort of person who actually give this person, your twin, options of how you can like work it out. You know, I feel you even tried to understand this person from their viewpoint, and that's what's so like difficult for you. And I get this energy that you can't do this anymore. I feel like you're turning your life around, and some of you with a Death card there, because this is your protagonist energy, this is how you feel about your person right now. You know, you're close to cutting the cord forever to end this. You know, if you haven't done it already, that's the energy that I'm getting right now. So I feel like there is an energy of change going on there as well. So I feel like you're changing your approach. Right now with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you can't see how there can be a commitment here. Okay. And I actually feel like some of you, not all of you, but I get a very strong percentage of you, beautiful Capricorns out there, you will have somebody new. If you haven't already got someone that you are potentially interested in, you'll be meeting someone new. So I actually feel like you'll have options. Okay. You know, the Seven of Cups is a really interesting card because sometimes partnered with the Devil card, this can also indicate temptation. You know, there's a lot of desire and passion between you and this person, and it can also indicate that as much as you have tried to stop thinking about this person, they are always like invading your minds. I'm actually given this really weird energy, and I have to give it to you because it's coming out. I scry in the water at the same time as doing this reading. And you know that very old-fashioned computer game, I mean, I'm showing my age here, but it's like Space Invaders. So, I mean, either your person was a gamer or you are, or maybe it's the era, I'm not really sure why, other than perhaps Space Invaders indicates that this person is always intruding on your thoughts. Remember, when you can't stop thinking about a person, it's because they're also thinking about you. And it's the same with a dream. If you've dreamed about your person, it tends to mean that they are reaching out towards you during that, you know, in-between worlds ether moment where you are on like a psychic plane. So I feel, you know, before you actually hear from this person, I'm going to see if this person's going to reach out. But looking at their energy right now with the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, I'm not so sure. So I'm going to have to pull some cards on this one. Normally, I can really see what's going on there. But with your person, they're very private. But also, I feel, and this is not to give anyone an excuse. I'm not here to give anyone an excuse. I'm here to understand the human psyche and the dynamics in the twin flame connection so that I can actually understand an outcome energy for you all. But what I'm getting is that this person has some sort of responsibility. Now, this could be like family responsibility. I mean, it could be that they have joined the services, for example, and they've given sacrifice to some part of their life. I feel like, you know, this is their outcome energy. They have some level of sacrifice going on there where they feel they cannot connect to a relationship at this time. They've also got the Nine of Pentacles. It could also be that they gave themselves completely to their career or to ambition. And you know what? I feel like you're not waiting around for this person. So let me just pull a card on these two, because right now this indicates that some of you, you know, there's an element of like thinking about them from time to time, really addicted to them or like feeling passion for them, but at the same time trying to restrain yourself and not wanting to connect to this at all because you feel that there is some sort of blockage, or you may even feel there's a toxic element to this. Now, sometimes twin flames can be toxic. It depends on previous experiences. But as I said, if anyone is mentally, physically, or emotionally abusive and, you know, on purpose, that sort of energy, then it's definitely not a twin flame connection. What I'm picking up on right now is a twin flame connection. I can feel the difference between the energies. So let me just pull a card because I feel that Devil card is more about your energy. Yeah, the Lover's card and the Ten of Pentacles. So you're looking to settle down, and you know what? I do see that your person is also thinking about settling down, but they fluctuate. I just get this energy of like, how can I put this? This person's a bit of a conundrum sometimes. It's almost like they truly want something, and then they almost like talk themselves out of it, or they, you know, they say one thing and then they do another. I mean, I don't want to say hypocritical. That's not the energy that I'm getting. It's more like they're very indecisive. It's almost like if, for example, they said they were going to do something on Wednesday, they really meant it. They really mean that they're going to do this thing on the Wednesday. And then as Wednesday comes, it's almost like something else gets in the way and they're like, I have to do this other thing because I feel there's some responsibility here. So either this person has children or they have a family that they have to take care of. I mean, they could be a carer, or it could be they're beholden to like their job in some way. For example, as I said, the services where they are either overseas or they have, to answer to a boss who says when they can have time off or leave, that sort of thing. So again, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but I'm picking up on something with this person that feels like they are stuck. Okay, now we got the Lovers card here, which means you know that this person is your twin, and the Ten of Pentacles, you gave your all in this connection. You gave your everything. You gave this person parts of yourself that you have never, shared with another. And that's why it's so exposing with this connection, and that's why it feels so raw and so sort of like sudden that you're like, I can't do this. It's shut down because you're protecting your energy. Now, of course, you also have responsibilities, my beautiful Capricorn, and you have things that you need to connect to. You're always busy, on the go. You have a lot of projects. So, you recognize that, it shouldn't be an excuse. However, there's something a little bit deeper with your person going on here, because they also have the Fool card and the Eight of Pentacles. So, I mean, for some of you, beautiful Capricorns out there, not all, you could be dealing with someone who is an only child. Doesn't have to be, but I'm just getting this energy of, how can I put it? There's a different energy sometimes about only children where they were, it depends on their experiences, of course, but it could be that this person, they felt very independent, and it just feels like their parents or guardians, I just get this energy of left them to their own devices, and it's like that person always felt that they don't need anybody. They don't need to be in a relationship. They're really self-sufficient, and, they feel that no one has ever been around for them. So they've always had to be that loner, or they've always had to be that person who has to be strong, and it's almost like a relationship to them. It's not like admitting weakness, not at all. I feel this person, it's like this sounds so random, and I'm going to have to give it to you because this is what I can feel. They understand the functionality of a relationship, okay? But at the same time, they feel that they're just as happy without one. So that's what I'm picking up from this person. They tend to like follow their passions through their work or their ambition. So I feel their parents or guardians has told them, love can come later on, but focus on getting yourself sort of in a strong, successful position first before you even think about settling down in a relationship. And whilst those words were given, I feel because of their guardians or parents having experiences where they thought they were saying the right thing, I feel it really has influenced your person to keep love at arm's length. But you love, and I feel like you were deeply invested in this relationship. Now, some of you may have been married to this person or, been in a high-level commitment with this person, but I feel that fear within them got the better of them, and it's almost like it acted up within them, and they were like, I can't do this, I can't do this. They're very overwhelmed with emotion, this person. And again, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And I'm not here, as I said, to give anyone an excuse. I need to see why this person is like the way they are, and what is the separation? Why are you both separated? Because it tends to be that there is a lesson to be learnt in the twin flame connection. And right now, I got to be honest, your twin is not readily seeable, or it's hard to pick up on what this person has been avoiding the twin flame for. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Yeah, I mean, right now, you and this person are very similar to some degree, not to all of the degrees, but we've got the Seven of Cups here. So, I mean, for some of you, both of you may have initially thought, you know what, this is intense, it's passionate, but I'm not really going to get into love. And then suddenly love was present, and it feels like you're both falling. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting from this person. I mean, you've got the Seven of Cups, they've got the Seven of Cups. So you're very similar in your vibrations. This is a card of commitment issues, okay? And also someone who has like opportunities to be in love, but deep down with the King of Cups, because I'm clarifying how this person feels about you. This is your pile. Sorry, this is your pile here. This is their pile on how they feel about you. And this person like loves you, but getting strong vibes that this person feels that you didn't want to get into like something long-term as well. Okay, it's almost like both of you daydream or dream about a future with each other, but at the same time, both are very cautious. So I am picking up on a slight energy of a bit of a misunderstanding at the beginning of the relationship. It's also coming out as like, as one person took a step back, the other one took a step back, and then the other one did more of a step back, and then it seems to be like both parties like withdrawing from each other. So it could be that trust issues, insecurity, something triggered in this connection to make one of the parties take a step back, and then the other one felt it. There seems to be no words here. It feels very much like both parties are like, oh my gosh, they're stepping back, so I'm stepping back. And then the other person's like, whoa, I really felt that person step back even further, and it just feels like there's no communication. So again, I mean, deep down there is love here, but I also feel this person, they're doing some repair work on themselves. And I mean, the lily tends to mean a long process, okay? It also tends to mean that this person, you know, they are trying to learn. They are sort of, okay, I'm getting a major energy that this person, it's in their heritage. It's almost like they're repeating a cycle of something they witnessed in childhood. So it could be that they watched parents or guardians separate or divorce or betrayal there, and they've kind of learned that their first foundation of what it means to love, it's not a solid one, and they kind of expect to be hurt. I mean, this person may have also been betrayed because they have the cross there, and it's just made them feel like they don't need anybody. You know, it's rare to get a twin who comes out so strongly as, you know what, I don't need anybody. I'm just good by myself being me. Okay. Now, I need to just pull actually one more card because we have a Queen of Cups here. And the King of Cups came out earlier. We also have the Empress energy. And the Empress energy, when you have it connected to the Queen, it tends to mean like a matriarchal type figure, okay? So it can indicate that they've had an influence from childhood where they were either just brought up by their matriarchal type figure, or that there was just one parent who was absent, one guardian that was absent. But the Six of Pentacles indicates this person has witnessed someone be an overgiver. They have witnessed what it has done to that person, to be always like open-hearted, to always be compassionate, kind, and loving. And I'm almost seeing like a little child say, I'm not going to be like that. That's not going to happen to me. Because I feel this person witnessed their parent or guardian be breadcrumbed or cheated on or two-timed. I keep getting this two-timed. So that's the, I've got it shouting in my ear right now. So I feel like they may have told you about this as well, but I feel this person has seen betrayal or even has experienced it, because at the moment I can't, there we go. I just wanted to see if it was experienced, because at the moment I'm just getting two-timed, and we've got the Nine of Wands and we've got the Two of Swords. So this person has experienced it head on. So they are emulating a cycle from childhood almost, where they promised it would never happen to them, and then they got into a relationship and then it did happen to them. So this person's like done with love when they meet you. A little bit similar to my experience, but not quite. So I just get a sense here, this person, they're very guarded when they first met you, and they're very unsure because they were moving into uncharted territory. You offered unconditional love. Okay, and because you have that Queen of Cups there and the Empress, also there's an energy here of familiarity. Oh, you know, I mean, this is getting a little bit deep, but there's something coming through that you remind them of someone that they grew up with. Okay, it just feels like you remind them of somebody. And although you are a separate entity all by yourself, and they recognize that you're not that person, there's something in this person. They're a deeply wounded person. And I feel it's like you remind them of a parental or guardian type figure, okay? Not in a weird way. It's just they see that you have so much love, care, and devotion to offer, and they've been like in a relationship where they've been hurt, and they just don't trust that it will last. Okay, this person, they are very guarded. I mean, to get two cards that are so guarded indicates this person, something has happened, and it's not just a previous relationship, because they don't want to be with someone from the past. This is someone who has learnt that overgiving or love or sharing oneself with another person leads to pain. And that's something that they need to repair within themselves, because have they healed yet? The answer is no. I do actually feel that this person, and my readings don't tend to be about religion, but I do feel this person is finding faith at this time in some religion. I'm not really sure which, but they may tell you about that. I'm going to have to pull a card and see if they're going to communicate with you, because right now we got the Fool card there, which connects to like childhood wounding, but it also indicates, someone who was supposed to take a leap of faith, or is starting afresh in life and trying to open themselves to be guided by the universe. This person is in a solitary energy. 8 is the number of the self, but also I feel this person, they've been in a cycle of repeat until they work on themselves. Okay, 8 of Pentacles is to work on oneself or commit or dedicate to, repairing things that need to be fixed. And of course, that Fool card energy is like something from childhood. So I feel this person has been encouraged to dive in and not avoid all the things that they've been avoiding for quite some time. So are they doing the spiritual work? The answer is yes, especially since you've withdrawn. I mean, the 7 of Cups tells me you're really unsure about this. You think about them a lot and you desire them, but at the same time, I feel like you don't trust this person, because the 7 of Cups is a transient kind of energy. It's like it presents as one thing, but it could also turn into another. So you're wondering, how can there be so much love between you and this person, and then suddenly it disappeared? Well, it didn't disappear. It actually was pushed down. This person has like compartmentalized how they feel about life, about love, about experiences, because they're so guarded, okay? Also, this person, they recognize they have been in a repetitive cycle, okay? This is a learning card. So I feel this person, they may approach you in a different way when they reach out to you, but I do want to pull a card to see if they're going to reach out, because right now we've got the cross for them as an outcome, and this reading is only for the next 6 weeks, okay? And we've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. That means they're all about their money, about security, about their independence, but also about some sort of responsibility that they have. And this is a serious one. So either they are a carer, because that Empress energy came out there. When I was clarifying how they feel about you, it came up King of Cups. So that means they have the highest love that love can offer for you. There is a real depth to how they feel. And the Queen of Cups can indicate they see you as a match. They see you as someone who is loving, kind, and, compassionate, and someone who is a healer as well. But you are not meant to be someone's emotional crutch or someone's lighthouse in their storm. You're here to be loved in a very passionate, intense way, my beautiful Capricorn. And I completely see why you cannot wait anymore for this person. And I feel they can see that too. I actually feel that this person doesn't expect you to wait, and they may have even said that to you. But I feel now that they're starting to really wrestle with some of the inner stuff that they've been dealing with, this inner battle. Yeah, because they do want to be happy. They're in 210 energies, so I feel like they want the happy ever after. They do, see you as someone that they could truly be happy with. But I'm just getting this song and this energy. It's almost like they talk themselves into things and then talk themselves out of it. I'll give you the song because I feel it perhaps articulates something more than I can right now. One moment, please. This is a very complex twin you're dealing with here. I just heard "tell me about it," so maybe I've just picked up on your energy. There was a burst of energy. It was like, "tell me about it." So maybe that's you there. Okay, let me just connect. One moment, please. I'm high, but I'm grounded. I'm sane, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm lost, but I'm hopeful. Yeah, baby. I think it was, is either yeah or baby there. Okay, that's a very famous song by, Alanis Morissette. That's it, Alanis Morissette. And I think it's called Hand in My Pocket or something. So it's almost like, you know, a contradiction in terms. But I feel they fluctuate in their energy and they have like indecision. Yeah, it's almost like they're not really that grounded and they feel very overwhelmed with their emotions and they have been feeling lost, but they keep hoping that it's all going to be okay. And hoping is a very important word because, of course, it denotes some sort of faith, but hope can also take away accountability and responsibility. I hope it can change. Well, actually, you need to be the change that you require and desire in order to move forward in life. So sometimes hope can be a word that alleviates us of action. And I feel this person, they are starting to realize that. Okay? If they want to be truly happy, they need to do the work. And the Eight of Pentacles tells me this person is starting to be serious about doing the spiritual work. We do have the Two of Wands here, and we have the Sun. Okay, so it's almost like they're always waiting to be happy, waiting for the happy ever after, but they've been waiting a long time and they can see that nothing ever happens there. The Two of Wands is like wishing, waiting, has the whole world in their hands, has your heart in their hands, and just waited, and you can't wait anymore. So this person knows that, twin flames are very exposing. So basically, if they have like a way of operating in relationships, like they have the typical skirting on the surface kind of relationships with people or karmics, a twin flame exposes. You cannot get away with the usual cycle of repeat that you have. And I feel your twin has recognized that, if in the past they told people sweet nothings and promised the world but delivered nothing, and those people, those karmics that they were with were like, okay, they accepted. But twin flames, they do not accept. They expose raw intensity and raw truth. And that's why your twin avoided, because they're like, whoa, this is something different. You called them out on their stuff, and it's really spun them off to really think about what makes them happy. And because you are being the change in the relationship that you want to see, my beautiful Capricorn, it's encouraging this person to go through a spiritual awakening, because the Sun card is all about personal development, growth, and really coming towards your twin in authenticity, but also to be open and vulnerable. I feel it's really exposed childhood issues with this person because, there's something in the family unit. The Sun card tends to have like a child on there, and it just gets this energy of like, this person is identifying experiences that they had witnessed in childhood that really influenced the way that they operate in love now. And whilst those experiences shaped that person and they were very important, this person, your twin, has to acknowledge that going forward, that no longer has power over their future happiness. Otherwise, they're going to always remain stuck, okay? Now, they do have the cross, and it's number 36. When you reduce it, 3 plus 6 is 9, the Hermit energy. Again, it's an indication that this person is single. They're not with anybody else. But it also indicates that this person, there's a level of guilt that goes along with this. I mean, in the Lenormand deck, the cross means guilt, sorrow, regret, but also responsibility, to the point where there's burden. For example, this person, they have certain responsibilities that they feel not weigh them down, but they have to adhere to in order to do the right thing. Okay, so again, it comes back to, for example, some of your twins may be in the services, so they pledged allegiance to their country and they're serving at this moment in time. And their time is not really theirs. They are doing something for the good. And, it means that they actually have to bide their time until such time as they can be in the high level commitment and they acknowledge that they don't expect you to wait. However, when they feel that responsibility has been alleviated, they will reach out. For some of you, it could also be that, if this person has children, a family, because the Fool card can also indicate that this person has a child. It can be that they're waiting until they go off to college, or they're waiting until things get a little bit more emotionally settled in the home space before they open themselves to a relationship or love. Humans are very complex. Sometimes people want to do the right thing, and sometimes that's at detriment to themselves and what they truly want. So this person, they deeply love you. There's a passionate, intense connection here. But also, I feel there's something that this person feels responsible to do first before they can put their own happiness first. Okay? And again, I'm not here to give anyone an excuse. Ten of Pentacles, this can indicate... for example, this is not going to resonate with everyone, but for example, when you met your twin, it could be that they had been married previously and they're waiting for a divorce. Or it can be that they got out of a very damaging divorce and relationship, and then they were like, you know what, I'm not going to focus on love anymore. I'm not going to get involved in the messy stuff. They did not expect to fall in love. But your outcome energy indicates that Ten of Pentacles is about the family. It's also about focusing on material abundance. Now there is a small percentage coming through, and this is going to be a little bit delicate, okay? For some of you beautiful Capricorns out there, your twin may have experienced someone who is very close to them transitioning, passing, okay? And they may have to be dealing with like inheritance and documents and paperwork and really sorting things out, and they're just not in a mind space to find love. And of course, some of you beautiful Capricorns out there, you may have been dealing with another very difficult experience. And this is only if you've come to this reading knowing that your twin has passed. I'm sending you a huge hug out there for those beautiful Capricorns who, their twin has passed. Very difficult experience, and I'm sending you so much love and hugs. But the main energy I'm getting is from your twin. They've experienced someone passing, belonging to them, and it's really shook them. It's really shocked them and made them think about the future, made them think about settling down. So I feel it's encouraging them to some degree to do the work, to do the emotional work there, okay? I'm being given a symbol right now. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. It's like a lucky coin. A lucky coin. It's a coin I'm being given that it's a talisman or an omen that this person may have around them. Or maybe it's you, my beautiful Capricorn. I can't quite tell whether it's yours or theirs. All I can see is a coin in the water. And I'm just being given this lucky coin. So, it could be a sign or a symbol that you're going to find a coin and you're going to call it your lucky coin in the next 6 weeks. And I'm going to have to pull a card to see if your person's going to reach out, because at this moment in time, it just feels like there's stalemate there. But also, if your twin has transitioned, it could also indicate that this is your sign, that you're going to find a coin that was very similar if they had a lucky coin as well. So look out for that. Coins actually represent investment. So it can also indicate that your person, with so many coins there, for all those other beautiful Capricorns out there who know that their twin flame is still with us on the earthly plane, it could indicate that your person is wanting to invest in a future. But with the Nine of Pentacles, there is something at this moment in time that they still need to do where they need to be independent. Okay, they're being really cautious. The Nine of Pentacles is self-reliance. It is self-sufficiency. It's that energy of not really needing anybody. And it can also be that they're focused on their financial gain. But let me just pull a card on it, the Judgment card and the Ace of Wands. So are they going to reach out in the next 6 weeks? The answer is yes, okay, because the Judgment card is a card of second chances. It's really about... listening to the calling and leaving their old life behind in some way in order to embrace a new path. There's a renewal here, a rebirth, as it were, where they're trying to free themselves up from being stuck You know, the coffins there, they can represent, you know, new life, a new way of doing something, or that the energy has somehow changed and they're looking at the twin flame dynamic in a different way. So will they reach out? The answer is yes, especially with the Ace of Wands there. I mean, I feel it may be a flirtatious message that they send. I feel like you're not very sure about it, okay? Whatever message they send, you're not too pleased with it, is what I'm being given. So again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just being given what I can see and what I can hear and what I can feel, and also I'm giving you the meanings of the cards as well. But I feel this person is inspired to reach out in some way, and they may tell you about connecting to their faith, or reconnecting to their faith, or connecting to like their life's purpose and mission. And it's like they have some sort of news that they really want to share with somebody, and the first person they thought to share that news with was actually you. And they've been holding off for a while because they were like, not sure how my beautiful Capricorn is going to take it. So this person will tell you some sort of news that they've been meaning to tell you for, like, I wouldn't say it's been months, but I feel it's recent news that they really want to tell you, and they will tell you this news, okay? But also, I feel like they are still very passionate for you. They still hold a candle for you, and they still think about you a lot. Now, I feel also this person understands that they are being called forward because they're about to lose you, if they haven't already, because looking at your chart, you're kind of done here. I mean, you've got the Hangman and you've got the Moon and the Two of Swords, which means, you know, yes, you think about this person. Yes, you want to romanticize the relationship when this person comes in, but also you're hesitant because things have just not gone the way that you expected them to go. And your card there is the Whip, which means you're keeping this person at arm's length because you feel it's more harmonious for your life, because every time they come in, you feel that your life gets turned upside down in some way. So I feel like you're being a little bit stricter with yourself when this person reaches out. Plus, I feel the message that they send, it's not that they're sending it to provoke a reaction, but I feel like they're hoping that you do return a message. I feel like you're focusing on your own life's purpose and path at this time, my beautiful Capricorn, and I feel that you just feel that this person is coming towards you, and it's going to be a repetition of pain or conflict or anger. And some of you, you know, you may have been really annoyed about this. I feel to some degree there may be a bit of anger there, and some of you beautiful Capricorns, and I'm going to say this, not all of you, but some of you have felt like paying this person back. Like as soon as they message and they haven't messaged for a couple of months or a couple of years, you're like, you know what, I'm going to show you a bit of your own medicine to see how it feels to be ignored. So I'm just picking up on that as well. Now, of course, that's not going to resonate with all of you beautiful Capricorns out there, but I am picking up a little bit of energy there too from that. And, you know, that's understandable. You know, there's a thing where it's really important to recognize that, you know, anger and the management of that is an indication of deep feelings, that something really frustrated you, it upset you, it broke you, and I feel like you're channeling that energy, that anger, into creative projects or into getting your life in order and re-establishing your power in some way, and you're not allowing it to affect your life. You know, sometimes if we're angry at another person, it's like expecting them to feel that anger when actually it's only yourself you're hurting. So I feel to some degree you're trying to wrestle with that within yourself. The Hangman is to see things from a different viewpoint, but it's also to look at the sacrifices you made for this connection. And I feel to some degree both of you have sacrificed this connection with different, I don't want to say responses or action. Yeah, actions. I feel it's actions and responses. I feel like they go hand in hand, to be honest. So it just feels like one person withdrew, then the other one did, and then the other one did. And there was like initially a misunderstanding that has been left unspoken. That's what I'm picking up on. And then other stuff got in the way, triggered responses like trust issues. I also feel an abandonment issue with this person. I feel like they have been left, or a parent or guardian has left, and they have been like searching for where they feel like they belong, where feels like home that is safe and secure, and they try to find it in a relationship, a romantic relationship with somebody else, but it didn't work out that way. In fact, it just amplified their feelings of wanting to be on their own, to be independent. But with the Hangman there, I actually feel that, you know, you've been waiting a long time. I feel like you're not going to fret about this, really. I feel, you know, you'll know when it's time to act, but you've really withdrawn from this connection and are really close to cutting the cord if you haven't already. And what I mean by cutting the cord, it's like you're not going to give to this anymore. You're going to disconnect because you can't do this anymore. I really get this sense of frustration. The Moon card is really about trusting your intuition, your heightened senses. You have a lot of deep feelings for this person, and you're trying to perhaps think a little bit more logically rather than allow your passions and your emotions, overwhelm you or take charge. Because that Two of Swords keeps you in a very steady sort of peace of mind to take a break from this, to consider your options. Because right now, you know, I feel there's such a stalemate in this connection. Nothing's happening. So I feel like you've withdrawn in order to work on yourself and take time to really reflect on what it is that you want. Okay. So I feel there's almost like, it's like a twin flame dance, basically. When one person withdraws, the other person withdraws. And if they withdraw for like a day, then the other one withdraws for 2 days. And if it's a month, it's 2 months. Then it's, and I feel this has happened to some degree in your relationship with this person. But there's been other factors there which really stem from childhood with this person. And I feel that this person realizes that they sacrificed this connection because of their sense of independence, of feeling like this person, I just get this energy that they have been foolish in love in the past, but they really haven't. You know, they've had experiences that teach us lessons. You know, when I was with my karmic, there was a lot of difficult, damaging experiences there, but do I look back and think I was a fool? Absolutely not. You know, actually, one of the most difficult realizations was that what happened to me in that experience meant that I could help other people, or it meant that I could, you know, change my life around, because I was also stuck in other areas of my life. So it was really an experience that helped me have my tower moment so that I could open myself up to a spiritual awakening. And, you know, if I had to do it all over again and go back, would I go back to that moment and experience those things? Probably yes, because, you know, in the end, I look back and think, you know what, I know why those things happen now. I know how I had to experience those moments in order to help me later on in life. But at the time, there was pain. At the time, I was like, I wish I never met my karmic. I wish that I'd never opened that door, or I wish I'd, you know, all of the things. So I feel in time, your twin is going to see that they, to some degree, allowed those experiences to get in the way of this connection. Yeah, this person, I just wanted to see any final cards before I close your reading. We've got the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands means to reunite. Someone who is going to ask to meet up. Also, I feel this person, there's an energy here where I'm just getting this energy that they have gone home. It's almost like they've gone home to the town where they grew up, and they've been talking to friends who are in relationships and how like together they are with their person, and they're like, I want that. So I feel this person, they visualize marriage or settling down with you. We do have the King of Swords, so someone who is very detached, but at the same time who is opening themselves up to coming forward to talk. You know, I just want to see how this is going to progress after the 6 weeks. And we've got the Ten of Wands there. It's going to be a project. Ten of Wands indicates it's going to be difficult. And this person, they really need to sort through the stuff. They need to look at their history and really process some things. I mean, this person may have even been like married or, in a high level commitment before, but I feel their experiences are not going to be repeated in the twin flame connection. Their fears got in the way of that. But as they mature, they will start to see. And some of you, as I said, my beautiful Capricorn, some of you, your person is overseas. And I feel that they will still try to reach out with you. They'll still try to connect with you, but there may be a period of time where they can't see you, but they'll try to reconnect verbally or, you know, through like video calls and things like that. So thanks so much. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? So the energy, before I move on, you'll hear from your person, but as I see it right now, they still have a lot to work on, okay? And it's going to be a project. Now, let me just see what's going on here. These are wonderful cards that indicate any conversations that have been left unsaid. It says here, I'm very busy right now. And I definitely felt that with this person. They've got some responsibility. They've got something. And, you know, I almost want to say, is it an excuse? But I actually genuinely feel that this person has something that they need to take care of before they can actually give themselves over to a relationship. They may have communicated this with you, but if not, they will do. I do need to work on my shadows. And this really is something that is present for both of you, actually, is what I feel here. But I feel more them. But we've also got, it just scares me to feel so much for you. When a person is scared of losing another person, especially if they have loved and lost in the past, sometimes a protective measure is to push that person away. You know, humans are very complex. If they have been damaged in the past and they think, you know what, I can never open my heart again to another person, and then suddenly someone comes along and there is love and there is passion, there's going to be fear that that person will either leave or, you know, that the twin will feel very exposed and say, actually, when you really get to know me, maybe you won't love me anymore. So especially if a person has abandonment issues, it can be a real problem to resolve within themselves, and they keep people at arm's length. But looking at this chart, I feel both of you have had very similar experiences and are working through some really difficult dynamics at this time. Can it work? I feel, yes, it can, but it is going to be a process. I'm not the same person, okay? Something has really kind of changed in this person. I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, that is to repair, it is to work on oneself, but it's also an indication that this person is kind of going to reach out and say, I'm not the same. I'm not in the same cycle of repeat. I am changed. I feel they are trying to step up, but they're not quite there yet. I want to prove myself to you. And actions speak louder than words. So as soon as they do that, if you are willing to, you know, reconnect with them, I always say, do not wait for your twin. When the moment is right, the universe will bring you back together. What is meant for you will never pass you by. But I do feel this person later on, and it won't be till later on in the year is what I feel for you, they can truly show you with action rather than words that they want to prove or step up in some way, okay? Let me just pull a trinket or rune for you there. Okay, so we have the deer, okay? Now, whenever I get this, the deer, this can represent fighting for something that you really want. And I feel this person does want to fight for that. Also, it's about respect. Okay, and this person needs to take accountability for their actions, responsibility, but also there has to be respect. If someone came to you, my beautiful Capricorn, and said, you know what, I love you, but I can't be in a relationship with you right now, then at least you'd know where you stood. And I feel this person, they couldn't articulate their feelings, and they didn't. They were not mature enough to be bold and honest and say, look, this is what I'm dealing with. Because they felt that if they told you, perhaps the full extent or the truth of the situation, that you wouldn't get involved in the first place. So I feel to some degree this person, they should have been a little bit more open. And I mean, you've even got the giant rune there, which is all about protection. It's about non-action. It's also an indication that this person, they may seek counsel. So they may actually tell you that they are going to get some advice from a third party, and that may mean like a family, a friend, or maybe even a counselor. I can't quite tell. This person is super, super private. Normally I can tell and go, yep, this person's going to get counseling, this person's going to do this, that, and the other, but this person's super secretive. It could be connected to their job. I'm not really sure. So I'll just leave it like that. I mean, even if they're retired, I feel there's something about this person. It's like they're just super independent, and they're like, I don't need to tell you anything because I'm just doing my life. They have to, it's almost like this person had to learn to be in a relationship and share their emotions and feelings. And I feel like they're recognizing that now. Maybe a little bit too late, but there you are. That's all I can discern from this particular reading, my beautiful Capricorn. I hope there's something in there that can help in some way and that resonates. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Also, I totally get that this particular reading is not going to resonate with everyone. It is super precise, okay? So I really feel it's so specific that I feel, you know, it potentially will not connect to everybody, but I have to give you what I'm being given in this moment. I can't just make something up just to please everybody. So there it is. I'll just leave it like that. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.